What's up, everyone? Grab your cup of coffee and chill with me. So, a lot of people say there are no videos directly to men. Well, I'm going to give one today, and it's to men who are fearful avoidants or who are dating a fearful avoidant female, aka disorganized attachment style. And I just want to say something that I've noticed that I think doesn't work. And I think this channel is all about creating successful, healthy, secure attachment styles. And this that I'm about to tell you is a great way to have a sort of dysfunctional relationship. And I think there are men out there who do not understand this. So I think you can be any Enneagram type if you're not familiar with them. I think it's super interesting. The one we're going to focus on today is really Enneagram 8, which is basically your confrontational, assertive types of people. And we are specifically talking about men. So if you are in a relationship and you are the tough guy, think police officers, and you're not scared of anybody. You're confrontational. You're assertive. You speak your mind. You say what you think. You say it with aggression and assertiveness. And if you bring that energy into your relationship with a female, you're going to have a problem. It is not going to work. And it doesn't matter if she laughs with you. It doesn't matter if she confronts you back or attacks you back verbally or does somersaults, verbal somersaults with you. That style does not work with relationships. Now, it works if you are protecting your woman. Of course, women like that. They like to feel like you're keeping them safe. You're going to stand up for them. You're going to make sure that everything is okay and that they're treated with respect. Like if somebody disrespects your lady, then you'll step up and you will let them know, hey, you're not talking to her like that. Or, hey, you just slammed the door in her face. Don't ever do that again. So that part of it works extremely well. The part that doesn't work very well is when you spar with her. That is not romantic, and women generally do not like that. They don't like it, doesn't turn them on, and I've seen relationships like that where the man is very confrontational with her. Anything she says, he's going to confront it, attack it, belittle it, and not even so much belittle. Like, I don't mean belittle like you're blatantly abusive. I'm not talking about blatant abuse. I'm talking about a communication style that you think is cool with your friends, with your guy friends. You guys might spar like that. If you watch a group of men on the sidelines when they're playing football, they talk noise to each other. They put each other down in a way that builds camaraderie. It tightens their relationship with each other. Like they talk down to each other, man, that's weak. And, or they're very confrontational. They joke on each other, not joke with each other. They joke on each other like you are the center of the joke, and they think all of that is fun. In a romantic relationship, most women do not dig that. They don't like it. It's uncomfortable because they're having to compete. They're having to fire up masculine energy, and they're having to go bigger than what they feel in order to keep up with you and to show you, I can confront you back. I can put you down. I can debate any argument that you have with me, and I can get louder than you can. And you're disagreeing with everything that I say, with everything that I do. You have a comeback. It's like you're doing everything short of putting the woman in a headlock, but you're doing it verbally. And to you, that's fun and that's cool. And it might be fun and cool for women to sit in the audience and watch you and your boys do that to each other. That might be entertaining for a woman, like all that masculine energy. But when you're in a romantic relationship, and I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just trying to tell you that in relationship world, that doesn't work. And so if you have a woman and she's always moody and irritated with you and frustrated, it might be because you're going too hard on her. We are not turned on by that. Now, there might be some women who like to play with a guy or tease, but you gotta kind of know how to tease or how to be playful in that way. I'm not saying that you can't joke and tease each other to a certain degree and be playful. Some of that is okay. That's not what I'm talking about. So I hope I'm making what I'm saying clear. I'm talking about going super hard on the woman. Like you are always hard, always confronting her. And then it could go into, and I'm ignoring you because you don't agree with what I'm saying. It's just very confrontational, hard, putting the woman in a headlock. I'm not talking about playful, light teasing. I'm talking about hardcore confrontation. You're one of the boys. She's not one of the boys. She is your woman. She wants some romance. So these same type of guys might find it difficult to hug her or to be sensitive with her or to be really compassionate and listen and show her some caring and kindness. That might feel really icky to them. Like, I really don't want to hug you for long. That doesn't feel very masculine, but this is your feminine woman. This is your woman that all the men out there keep saying they want a feminine woman. Will treat her like she is. She is not a linebacker. She is not a quarterback. She is not throwing a ball or trying to. I'm trying to make it clear what I'm trying to say. It's just there's not a lot of room for that in a relationship. Now, there's a flirty type of teasing that you could do that's sexy and a turn on and that's playful with her, and that's different than a strong masculine, I'm pounding you to the ground type of verbal somersaults on a female like you would do with a man. It just doesn't turn her on. And so when she doesn't want to be intimate with you, it might be because you're treating her like she's your homeboy and not your lady, not your feminine, sexy, beautiful woman. So you're going to have to practice some things that may feel a little bit uncomfortable to you, like being, calling her your sweetheart or talking sweetly to her or showing her that you care. Hold the door for her, help her with her, get her jacket off, carry heavy things for her, do all those gentleman things. And we're not talking about the feminist movement, people who are like, don't hold the door for me, don't open it for me, don't do any of this stuff. That's a different topic. We're talking about allowing her feminine energy to come through by treating her more like she's a delicate flower. She doesn't want to be pounded on all day if she has PMS or she's just not feeling that great and you're telling her, girl, get over it, buff up, toughen up. We don't always want to toughen up. We want a listening ear. We want some kindness and we want some understanding because most women are wearing 1,000 hats. So we want you to show us some love, some caring, some adoration. We don't want to be pounded on. That is so unsexy. And I've seen some relationships where the woman is like, I just don't like you. And the guy is absolutely shocked to find out that she just doesn't like him. She loves him, she cares about him, but everything is a match. Everything is a spar. Everything is a joke. Everything is, I'm destroying you the best that I can verbally because it's fun. And like I said, I'm not talking about abusive, because these guys, they're not abusive. It's not that at all. So what I want you to do is figure out how to get into the crevice of what I'm saying. By the way, I'm not saying that you can never have an intellectual good debate. I'm not saying that you can't do that every blue moon. But what I'm saying is, if it is a habit, if it is something that you do on a daily or weekly basis, that has no place in a romantic relationship. So you got to check that out the door. Find a sparring match male who you can do that with. Trying to bring sexy back to relationships. And one of the ways to bring sexy back is understanding our feminine and masculine energies, what we each bring to the table that makes things yummy. We're not the same. And when you are bringing sameness, it doesn't bring romance. And we need romance in our relationships. Otherwise, it's not fun. Instead of treating her like a boxing partner, try some acts of kindness, like offering her a seat or helping her carry heavy items. Polite communication, using polite language like saying please and thank you, and active listening, offering support, being there during challenging times, and providing emotional support, and helping with practical tasks, planning dates thoughtfully, respecting boundaries, ensuring that she feels comfortable in every situation, and compliments, offering genuine compliments about her accomplishments, intellect, or appearance can boost her confidence and show that a man appreciates her as a whole person. So send this video to your guy, to your brothers, to your fathers, so that they can understand that fearful avoidant women often have complex emotional responses when it comes to romantic relationships, especially regarding playful sparring or teasing that might be common among friends or in a more casual environment. But for these women, playful banter can trigger feelings of insecurity and vulnerability rather than excitement or attraction. So here's why this may be the case, and some strategies men can use to foster a more positive and yummy and sexy connection. So understanding the fearful avoidant perspective. Number one, emotional sensitivity. Fearful avoidant individuals tend to be more sensitive to relational dynamics. They may interpret teasing as a form of criticism or rejection rather than harmless fun. This sensitivity can stem from past experiences that have led them to associate intimacy with pain or disappointment. Two, trust issues. Trust is a significant factor for fearful avoidant individuals. When a man engages in sparring with them, it may undermine their sense of safety in the relationship. They might worry that the playful teasing could escalate into something more hurtful, leading them to withdraw. Three, need for reassurance. Unlike their male counterparts who might thrive on playful competition, fearful avoidant women often crave reassurance and emotional connection. When faced with sparring, they might feel that their emotional needs are being overlooked. So, here are some strategies for men to connect better. Number one, choose supportive communication. Instead of playful teasing, not that you can't be playful at times, focus on positive reinforcement and supportive dialogue. Compliment her, express appreciation, and engage in conversations that strengthen emotional intimacy. Two, engage in shared activities. Find activities that encourage collaboration rather than competition. This can help foster a sense of partnership and camaraderie, which can be more appealing to a fearful avoidant partner. Three, practice empathy. Show understanding and patience. If she seems uncomfortable with playful sparring, acknowledge her feelings and adjust your approach. This demonstrates respect for her emotional landscape. 4. Create safe spaces. Establish environments where she feels secure to express herself without fear of judgment or ridicule. This might involve setting boundaries around humor or discussing topics that are sensitive to her. 5. Encourage open dialogue. Invite her to share her feelings about communication styles. This not only provides insight into her preferences, but also shows that you value her perspective and are willing to adapt. And 6, use light humor. If humor is part of your dynamic, keep it gentle and affectionate. Self-deprecating humor can be more effective than teasing as it promotes a lighthearted environment without the risk of making her feel defensive or uncomfortable. So, by understanding the unique emotional needs of fearful avoidant women and adjusting communication styles accordingly, men can build a stronger, more connected relationship that fosters trust and intimacy rather than discomfort. And yeah, it's better for a guy, if you're kind of a jokey guy, you can play jokes on yourself, or you can act goofy or silly, or do that kind of stuff. Like if you're walking silly or you're acting silly or you're making jokes on yourself. Joke is different from complete put downs. Look, we all have moments where we feel insecure or we feel bad about how we behaved or something that we did. So saying something like, I'm so stupid, I'm so dumb, I'm such an idiot. You don't want to be doing that all the time, but we all have moments when we do that. But what I'm saying is you can make jokes about yourself and you can be silly. Like I know this guy who recently hurt his knee and he was being silly, like, oh, I'm just going to be limping along. And he was turning it into a joke to make me laugh. Okay, that's being hard. That's being playful at the expense of yourself. You might want to do that, but if you're finding yourself in constant arguments, debates, you might want to tone that down some in your romantic relationship because that will come back to bite you. Okay? Just saying. And this is not to make anyone feel bad. It's just sometimes we need to address things if we want things to be better. So this is a super sexy tip that could help your relationship to be a lot stronger, and it could be something that you're just not aware of. So if you need help in your relationship, I did write a book from the perspective of a disorganized attachment style, and it's called Flip the Script on Love, and it gives you tips to help you if you're going through a breakup or you just need your romantic life to be better, or you're wondering why are things not the way they should be. That book will help you. And anytime anybody breaks up, they always call the guy a narcissist, and that is just not the case. But because you don't want to be in a relationship with a real narcissist. That's bad. I wrote a book called The Workplace NaRCISSiST, and it's going to help you understand how to deal with narcissists better. So check that out. And if you love studying Myers-Briggs personality types like I do, because it helps you understand people's personality styles, then I wrote From ENFJ with Love because I'm an ENFJ. And I want to thank you guys for going on this journey with me where we try to understand these attachment styles better. So like the video, share it, and I'll see you lovely, wonderful people on the next video. Bye.